After hours of searching, relieving news, two girls who went missing after a basketball game in Elbert County last night have been found safe. Thanks for joining us. I'm Sam Shocker.
They are safe, they're cold, they're eating breakfast, and they're going to be reunited with their families shortly. They've been medically evaluated. We'll probably do a little bit more medical evaluation since they were out all night, and we'll kind of take it from there.
Authorities say a person found them in the western part of the county, 7 to 8 miles from where the school is where they went missing. But they have not said any more about how the person found them or what they were doing all night. But again, they are safe, most importantly. We'll bring you any updates that we get later today here on 9 News. Now to our other top story, the high wind expected tomorrow. We could be seeing this kind of intensity, and that's leading Xcel to consider shutting off electricity in all counties in the metro tomorrow.
This is an extreme criteria where we're seeing 97th percentile winds. We're seeing relative humidity that is in a very, very small percentage of the days that we see here in Colorado.
Xcel Energy says the shutoffs would reduce the chance that power lines could spark a fire, but they add it would be a last resort step if wildfire conditions do become extreme. Impacted customers would be notified in advance through phone calls, texts, emails, and alerts on Xcel's website and outage map. Food in the fridge and freezer often cause concerns during an outage, so Xcel says you can set your fridge and freezer to the coldest setting and keep the doors closed during that outage. This will keep your food fresh for up to 4 hours in the fridge and 2 days in the freezer. So speaking of all this wind, we got to talk to senior meteorologist Chris Bianchi with our 9 News Weather Impact team. Do you think it's going to be this severe, Chris?
To be honest, based on the thresholds that they're mentioning, 97%, this will not be a 97 percentile wind or relative humidity event, but it is going to be a significant wind event for us for tomorrow. And we are likely to be talking about some spots here, some 80 to maybe 90 mile an hour winds for us tomorrow. So this is pretty nasty stuff, no doubt about it, for tomorrow. High winds, power outages possible. The highest fire danger will be between 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. The highest winds will be for us in the metro area between about noon and 9 p.m. tomorrow. Weather impact for tomorrow, though, that weather impact alert for tomorrow, that is because of that combination of high fire danger and the strong winds. Red flag warning, fire weather warning, same thing. That is between 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. tomorrow, includes the Denver and Fort Collins and Boulder areas. High wind warning, that covers the west side of the metro area, Fort Collins and most of the mountains as well. That is between 11 a.m. and midnight tomorrow. Today, 65, it's warm outside right now. Day number 8 in a row at or above 60 degrees. What are we doing? It is feeling like October here. Radar quiet as can be right now. Off to the north and east. Quiet weather for us, but the more active weather off to our north and west. Meantime, highs today, again, mid-60s. We will cool down for us on Thursday. Tomorrow, though, warm with those winds. We'll break down the timing of those winds and get you more details on that in just a few minutes.
Chris, thank you. Not only is a man accused of hitting the school bus carrying a Mesa County High School wrestling team, but an arrest report shows he was driving 92 miles per hour at the time. That crash happened on December 6th. The investigators say school bus carrying wrestlers from Central High School in Grand Junction was turning at Kipling and West 6th Avenue when 22-year-old Andrew Miller hit it. 16 people went to the hospital, and an 18-year-old passenger in Miller's car died from his injuries. Miller faces multiple charges, including vehicular assault, reckless driving, and child abuse. An investigation is underway into another dramatic crash that happened a little after 5:30 this morning. Police say a car blew a red light while headed north on University and hit a vehicle that had been going eastbound on Hamden. The driver who ran the light went another block before hitting a median, causing the car to roll onto the roof. That driver was taken to the hospital as a precaution, but no serious injuries have been reported. A teenager will face charges for a shooting that killed a 22-year-old man in Aurora. Police say they arrested the 17-year-old from Aurora on a first-degree murder charge, but he's not being identified because of his age. The shooting happened November 19th at the Green Space area near Beeler Street on East 17th Avenue. At the time, witnesses told police they saw two men arguing when the suspect pulled out a gun and started firing at the victim. The victim was taken to the hospital, where he later died. And a man is headed to prison for shooting and killing 2 people along the South Platte River bike path back in 2023. Tanner Fielder was convicted of the deaths back in October, and yesterday he was sentenced to life without the possibility of parole. Police say evidence collected at another shooting scene helped detectives link the 2 murder cases and to Fielder. A child in the Denver metro has died from the flu. It's Colorado's first pediatric death this season, and it comes as flu cases are on the rise. And when we say, quote, on the rise, Denver area doctors say we are seeing about 4 times the number of hospitalizations than we had this time last year. And the surge is happening earlier than many other states. While not all cases are as serious, sick kids are showing up at pediatrician offices all across Colorado. One doctor we spoke with says one particular new flu strain is causing these problems.
Yeah, so this subclade K is different from what they targeted the H3N2 part of the virus for. So the match is not as good as we would like it to be. However, it's still effective. So what we found is that it's keeping, up to 3/4 of children and almost 40% of adults from needing either emergency care or hospitalization due to the flu.
The head of Colorado Public Health Department expects hospitalizations to go up, but only about 25% of the Colorado population has had a flu shot so far this year. So we could change that grim hospitalization prediction if more people get out there and get their flu shot. Employees in Jeffco Public Schools are starting to learn that they'll soon lose their jobs. The district is eliminating around 150 full-time positions to help cut $45 million from the budget. Leaders say they're looking to make as many cuts as they can through retirement or staff turnover. According to a timeline the school board discussed at a meeting last month, notifications started going out yesterday, but the cuts won't go into effect until the end of the school year in June.